Joining us now is someone aggressively working to protect America's children from predatory progressivism, author, producer, and actor Kirk Cameron. Kirk, welcome to Victory News.
Hey, great to be talking with you. So thankful for Victory News.
Thank you. Now, Kirk, you recently took on public schools, saying they are staffed with nefarious forces who want to replace godly morals and values by indoctrinating kids. Tell us how and what you think they want to put in their place.
Well, first, let me frame this right and say that I'm not taking on public schools or libraries. I'm challenging my own moms and dads, particularly those who say they have faith in God and love their families and love America, to do what we've been tasked to do, and that is be the primary educators of our children and not outsource our parenting to public schools or to public libraries that staff them with those who want to propagate children who are anti-God, anti-family, and anti-American. And they do that by training them for hours and hours a day. So my effort to do that is to read a children's book called As You Grow. It's published by Brave Books. They've got all kinds of amazing pro-God, pro-American values in their books. And mine teaches biblical wisdom and the fruit of the Spirit, things like love, joy, peace, kindness, gentleness, and self-control.
Yeah, Kirk, you've been holding, as you're just talking about right now, the story hours across the country, offering wholesome, family-building alternatives to the drag queen story hours that are spreading across America. You were not welcome in the beginning. Give us an update on how things are going on your national tour.
After I was denied by over 50 woke libraries who previously held drag queen story hours, we found that these library leaders were lying with regard to what their communities really wanted. They told me, we're not interested. Our people don't align with your values. When I show up, we have 2,500 parents and children overwhelming the libraries. We found that in New York. We found it in Los Angeles even. We've been all across the nation, and we are continuing to go. We'll be in Seattle soon. We were just in Arizona. We were in New Jersey. And we're finding that parents are saying, please don't overlook us. We're being silenced and marginalized as people of faith who love our families, love America, and we don't want this woke garbage coming into our communities, and we certainly don't want it being forced down the throats of our children.
What a refreshing response to see to your tour. Now, tell us about your book, As You Grow, and what your hopes are for it among families and their children.
Well, we have to remember that good culture, healthy culture, prosperous and free culture for our children, that's what we want for them. Governments can't create that. The purpose of government is to protect and to keep the evil away. But moms and dads, you and I are the ones who have been tasked by God to teach right values and to teach faith in God. And if we love God and we love our neighbor more than ourselves even, we can create a healthy future for our kids. So my hope is that parents will take the torch from me, that they will be the primary educators of their children, and you will not stop with your own children, but that you will look to heavenize beyond your own home, heavenize the whole of society by getting involved in church, in school, in local government, and even national government, so that we can turn this nation back to the values that made her the greatest country in the world.
Strong words, no doubt about it. Let's dig a little deeper if we can, Kirk. Why do you think liberals and many public school educators are so motivated to confuse children sexually and even seek to convince them they're a different sex than the one God made them?
It's simple. It's simple. The reason that everyone targets children is because we all understand intuitively that if you control children, you control the future. Our future leaders are today's children. And that's what the dictators, the authoritarians have always sought to do, separate children from their parents. And this is in the Communist Manifesto. You can find this in Rules for Radicals with Saul Alinsky. Just read Animal Farm again. Just read 1984. And what you do is you get children to stop looking to God and their parents as their providers and protectors and look solely to the state. The government seeks to become the only God of its people because ultimate power ultimately corrupts people. And that's the story of human history. It's the gospel. It's the constitutional republic of the United States, built on the message of the scriptures of faith, that has produced liberty and justice, lasting liberty for all, whether you're a person of faith or not of faith. but we cannot get rid of the taproot of liberty, which is faith in God and in his word, or we will lose the sweet fruit of liberty and blessing.
And is your library tour continuing? And also tell us where people can get a copy of As You Grow.
The tour is going strong. We've got exciting things coming up. We were just touring on the East Coast. We're now heading to the West Coast. If you want to get a copy of my book, As You Grow, or even join the Book of the Month Club, just go to bravebooks.com and they will send a new book, including my book, for free to your door. It as an investment in your kids and your grandkids.
All right, Kirk Cameron, thank you for spending time with our Victory News audience.
Thank you. Keep up the great work.